House Gambling Podcast, hosted by myself, Austin Lombardo, as well as my co-host, Aaron Jeffrey. Here we are on Terrific Tuesday, coming off the All-Star break.
Terrific Tuesday.
Terrific Tuesday, baby. Unfortunately, we got no NBA action once again tonight. We got NBA returning tomorrow, only 2 games, but we do got a full slate on Thursday. We release this podcast every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Today is a big day in the NFL. Unfortunately, we're going to see a lot of line movement for the Super Bowl today as players get cut, players get signed. We're approaching the draft. There's a lot of movement today, which if you're watching on the YouTube, you're going to notice. I got my Patriots gear on because the Pats are back, baby. Jimmy G's coming back to town. Brandon Cooks is coming. Let's get a little record check here, though, Jeffrey. Let's get a little record check. We already know that I'm up on the head-to-head now. We already know that. This guy had a brutal stretch of head-to-head games. But what's your record, buddy?
Thursday, Friday did not treat me too well. I am now 30-25. I have no words. I'm still 55%, but it's not a happy 55% anymore because in the past little bit, it doesn't matter. But the one thing I will say, Thursday, we made a tournament bet. Who was going to win? The Arnold Palmer. Won the and I picked Bryson DeChambeau at plus 1,200. So basically all my bets didn't really matter because I hit such a big one with DeChambeau. But
I mean, I hit the same bet, but I only had to bet it on the Sunday.
See, that's not fair, though.
Called up my buddy in Michigan. I said, hey, I heard there's a FanDuel super boost for Bryson DeChambeau right now. He's like, yeah? I'm like, throw a hunch on there for me. Hung up the phone. 4 hours later, $1,200 shows up in my bank account. Wonder how that one worked.
Wow. It's something. Hey, you know what?
Listen, you got a lot of games to make up now because I am 34-21.
Yeah, I got to do some work. And you know what? Today feels like the day. I said it Thursday, Friday. Today,
and it didn't fucking happen.
Actually,
stop saying it.
Today feels like the day. I'm not saying I'm going perfect today, though. I said I was going perfect. Today feels like the day I'm going to start making my comeback on that. I got some good bets today. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
All right. Well, if you're feeling so good, how about you decide where we're going to start looking today?
You know what? Let's go crazy. Why don't we start in the NHL?
All right.
My first bet is I love to bet these guys. I love to bet the New York Islanders. They are a hot team. They're taking on the Bruins. I'm minus 110 right now. I'm going to be taking the Islanders money line and parlaying it with the over. Now you're probably like, well, that's a crazy.
All about the under last week, and now we got the over.
You're probably like, that's crazy for this guy because he loves his unders. But the over is, I believe, 5.5 as normal.
Yeah.
But it's like plus 120 on the over 5.5.
Yeah.
And the Islanders' last 3 games, they won 5-2, 5-2, 5-2. Can we talk about that? They won 3 games in 1 week, 5-2.
Yeah, I took the puck line every single game.
That's wild. But so they're a team that's they scored some goals. They have a bit more confidence putting the puck in the net. And the Bruins are not a team they put the puck in the net a ton. So I like this over bet, and I like the Islanders money line. So I'm parlaying those two together.
So in 2021, the Islanders have not lost to the Boston Bruins. Their last 3 meetings, 2 of them went over with a 7-2 win for the Islanders, a 4-2 win for the Islanders, and then a 1-0 win for the Islanders.
I like the over and the Islanders money line.
I don't know if I want to take the Islanders. I love my Bruins. Love me the big bad Bruins. I don't even know if I want to touch this game, but
throw the over on. Come on, get in on the fun.
You know what? I'm not going to take the over. I'll take the Bruins money line just because it's equal odds. I'll just take it equal odds.
Okay.
I honestly thought about taking that Bruins puck line until I looked at the last 3 games because I think the Bruins are due for a big win, but I don't think tonight's the night.
The Islanders are so hot right now. Like, they're top of the East. They're dominating teams. Sure, they played the Sabres last week, which the Sabres are awful right now.
Hey, they let Jeff Skinner score a goal.
Yeah, that's wild. Jeff Skinner finally gets a goal. What's a game you got?
Another game I like here is Carolina Hurricanes puck line. The Nashville Predators stink at hockey. We went over this. They don't put the puck in the net. Mm-hmm. Carolina Hurricanes, really good team. I'll take my plus 115 on a 1.5 spread. Like the Hurricanes, Mr. Schmetchnikov.
Mr. Svechnikov.
They're 6-1 in their last 7, and they also haven't lost to Nashville this year. And they've won by more than 2 goals every single time.
See, I don't mind I think the Hurricanes are going to win. I just hate betting puck lines. And I know you said they've won by 2 the last couple
5 games they've played.
But Nashville's going to squeak out a win, or they're going to squeak in a overtime. They're going to get a point somehow eventually. So I don't like taking puck lines myself. So, I mean, hey, I think the Hurricanes are going to win. So if they're up with 5 minutes to go, most likely you're going to get an empty netter. So it's not a bad call. I hate the call.
I think dude, I don't know what I bet on Vegas against Nashville puck line, okay, last week. And we're chilling, up 3 goals. They score. I'm like, all right, we're still up 2. 5 seconds left. Why are you shooting the puck at the net? Puck goes in the net. They're down 1. You're not scoring again. Like, just let me get my cover, please.
Nope.
To be real, Vegas should have lost that game. They had 3 goals overturned.
That's great. Yeah. Vegas hasn't been doing like the best as of late. Like, they're still like a hot team, but
Vegas is still like a top 3 team in the league. It's just, I don't understand. Minnesota's red hot for some reason. Mm-hmm. Don't know why. Minnesota's really, really good right now.
I want to look at. I haven't really looked it up. I want to look at the Golden Knights' third period stats.
I feel like they're not very good.
Yeah,
because everything seems to fall apart in the third period.
Like they either
already have the game in hand and the other team kind of gives up, or they let them stay in the game and they either win by 1 or they lose by 1.
Then again, looking back on it, their third period's not that bad in the last couple games. They lost the Wild, then they beat the Sharks 4-0. Then they lost. Then the Sharks came back. And
the Sharks won last night. Did they not?
Really?
The Sharks beat Vegas in overtime last night. No, not Vegas. Who did the Sharks beat last night?
Oh, the Blues.
Yeah, they beat the Blues in overtime. Yeah. I took the Blues puck line. Fuck you guys.
That's the one puck line I took in like the past like month.
There's no way. I was like looking at them like, there's no way this you're giving me plus 160 on the fucking Blues against the Sharks. Like, no way.
Of course. One more game I do like is I'll leave the other one for you. And I'll just hop on the tail end and ruin all your dreams. But I like the Panthers money line. The one issue is it did go up to minus 140. I originally saw it at minus 130, and I was liking that a lot more. I think the Panthers still win this game, but minus 140 is not the best odds. But I'm still gonna take it. Still gonna take the minus 140 and ride that money line.
No, it's funny. Florida. I did want to take this. I was going to not take this Florida game because I wanted to take another game, which is actually your Philadelphia Flyers against the Buffalo Sabres. But I am getting no value out of a puck line for how bad that team is. Plus 100 for a puck line. See you later. I'm actually just going to tail this Florida pick with you.
So hold on. The Flyers Flyers puck line's only plus 100?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's just proves how bad they think. Like, that just proves how bad the Sabres are.
Because they stink. And you're minus 250 money line. I can't touch the game. Like, I physically... No. What if I move the puck line to 2?
I feel like you could.
Hold on. We might be onto something here. I can definitely move the puck line. Puck line 2-way. No, puck line 3-way. If I move it to Flyers minus 2, it goes up to 170. Do I think you guys win by 3 goals is the only thing. Nah, forget about the Flyers game. I'm gonna ride that Florida game with you, and then we're gonna go into my favorite game, which I told you not to touch, and I know you're gonna touch it. So every time I bet on this team this year, they've won, except for when you tail them. And when you tail my Blackhawks pick, they lose. Patty Kane's 1,000th game is tonight. They're underdogs against the Stars.
Yep.
I don't give a shit. Give me Patty Kane and the Blackhawks plus 125.
Give me the Blackhawks as well, so I'm probably going to crush your dreams. But yeah, plus 125, I love those odds. I think the Blackhawks are going to the Stars aren't that great this year, which is wild to say about a team that made the Stanley Cup last year that didn't really have that many changes to their roster.
I think just the other teams got better, and they just kind of had a run. So
I'm going to say it again. I can't believe the Blackhawks are as good as they are.
I told you they were back, man. You didn't want to believe me. The Blackhawks are back.
I'm sticking with the Blackhawks. They're like 6-3-1 in their last 10. So I'm sticking with the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks are a good team again. You know what? The Blackhawks are back. The
Blackhawks are back, baby.
Blackhawks are back.
We don't got NBA basketball, so we're going to have to go over to my domain, the college basketball world. Today's the start of the ACC tournament. The ACC is my favorite division in college basketball. Unfortunately, none of my teams I like in the ACC play today. That being said, still got some bangers. Got a little info. First game I like today.
Did you say you got a little info?
Yeah, but remember, we can't say that on the podcast. We're all going to jail. So we got
we're all going to jail.
We're all going to jail. The FBI's coming on our door, knocking us up. Yeah, that's the sound of the FBI after Syracuse wins tomorrow. But I don't give a shit.
I'm not part of this.
Yep. Okay. Anyways, I know you wanted the Pittsburgh Miami game. What did you like about this game? Because I like nothing about this game. I like one thing about this game, that they both stink.
They're both awful teams. Both awful teams.
Awful's an understatement.
Yeah. Now, the one thing I don't like is I just placed their line is moving all over the place, because right before we started this podcast, it moved down to 3 again. It just moved back up to 3.5.
Yeah, that's why I'm not taking who wins this game. I'll tell you what I'm taking. I'm taking the under. Both these teams stink. I don't care if it's 134. Tiny under. Both these teams stink. The final score of the game is going to be like 62-60. Like, it's going to be bad.
So I am taking Pittsburgh spread.
Minus 3 or?
I got it at 3.5.
Okay.
A little interesting. I know, 3.5. I don't like pushes. I hate pushes. They're the worst thing, because you watch the entire game and you're like, well, that was a waste of my time.
I watched double overtime for a push the other night. Like, why the fuck?
Yeah, it's like I just wasted so much time. So I like the minus 3.5, because it's the same thing as minus 3. Just you just
make sure you don't get a push.
Yeah. So I'm taking the minus 3.5 on Pittsburgh. I have barely any reasoning to it. I think Pittsburgh is a higher seed. So
because it's 13 versus 14, buddy.
Yeah.
Like, it's not in the ACC too. The ACC stinks.
Are they the higher seed though?
By 1 point, and because they've won one more game.
They're the higher seed though. That's all that matters. It's all that matters. That's, you know what?
Just because you have no logic behind this, and I like the U. You know, the U's back. They got some dope jerseys they're wearing tonight. They're wearing the throwback jerseys.
Are you going against me just because of that?
I'm taking the U, man.
Oh my god.
There's actually no reasoning behind this. It's just that it's 3.5 points. Both these teams suck. I'm taking the under, and Miami at least has some players who are going to get drafted this year. You guys don't, so I'm going to take Miami.
Fair enough. What's another game? I know you said you don't like this slate that much, and that's
I lied. I'm taking everything today.
Oh, you do like this slate. Okay.
Yeah, the ACC is my stomping grounds, and you'll see that because I'm taking Duke minus 13 against Boston College. I guess Duke's been struggling this season. Duke's 7-1-1 against the spread in their last 9 games. They're also 21-3 in their last 24 meetings against Boston College straight up. And then their last 30 meetings, they're 27-3 against the spread against Boston College. Boston College is absolutely fucking terrible this year, so I'm going to take Duke minus 13.
Yeah, you know what? Duke's just not the team they're one of the weaker Duke teams we've seen.
They're terrible this year.
So I don't personally like betting on them, especially when they're 13-point favorites.
You're on Bet365 now, right? You switched your bookie. Click that little thing beside there and just check the Boston College. Just check how bad they are.
Where you got this? Go to you said Boston College.
Yep, you just click the little button. Last time they played, Duke only won by 1 point. I don't care. Duke's winning. Duke's going to blow them out. Boston College is 1-6 in their last 7. According to my numbers, Duke has a 90% chance to cover the spread.
Well, there you go. Might as well take it then. I didn't even know what. Now you got me sidetracked. What was I had I had 2 more games I wanted to take.
You wanted Cleveland State.
Yes.
Actually, good thing we waited on that because it did actually drop.
Yeah. Is it now at 2?
No, I thought it was at 3. It's 2.5 now.
It's 2.5. Okay. Yeah, so I have it at 2.5. I don't know. Cleveland State's they're both kind of mediocre teams, I guess you'd say.
Both are coming off back-to-backs. They both did play last night.
Yeah. So
I'm taking Cleveland State as well. I bet on both these teams last night and both covered. I just like the Cleveland State pick. Both these teams aren't great teams. Both coming off back-to-backs. Cleveland State actually played really hard last night to get the cover for me, so I'll take it.
Fair enough. I'm taking the minus 2.5 as well. Not too much reasoning behind it, but I just kind of...
It's tournament play, so you're gonna see a bunch of shitty teams play each other for a couple days till we get to the good stuff. Like tomorrow, we're gonna see some decent action. Syracuse plays NC State tomorrow, big ACC matchup. ACC is probably the most entertaining tournament to watch this year. That and the Big Ten, because the Big Ten's got Michigan, Michigan State, Iowa, Ohio, and then the ACC's got Duke, UNC, Florida State, and Syracuse, which are all fighting for spots in the tournament, as well as Louisville. So
you best believe what tournament I'm going to be watching.
Yeah, I know what tournament you're watching. If you bet on Michigan State every single game, you're going to be very disappointed.
Well, I wasn't even going to say that. I was going to say a certain school, my favorite now school, the Ohio Bobcats.
I'll tell you right now, I don't even know if they have a tournament. I've never heard.
They do. It's the MAC tournament.
The MAC 12.
MAC
12 sucks.
It starts on March 11th. Ohio plays Kent State.
I'm taking Kent State.
Ohio is the 5th seed. Kent State's the 4th seed. Basically,
they have an 8-man tournament. They don't got enough teams in this conference, or what?
They have 8-man tournament. But hey, four teams didn't make the tournament. And I looked it up today. If Ohio wants to go to the NCAA tournament,
they have to win the tournament. Yes,
they have to win the tournament.
They're not going there because they're losing to Kent State.
Come on now, man.
Forget about them. Let's talk about now.
Get on the Bobcats.
Iona plays Quinnipiac today. Iona's a wagon. Give me -7 on Iona. Iona's just, I don't know what to tell you. Iona's a good basketball team this year. Quinnipiac, I don't care that they're 4-2 in their last 6. Quinnipiac did beat them last time. I like betting the flip because, as we noticed, Michigan State got dog walked on the flip. I'm taking Iona on the flip, and Iona's been playing pretty good against ranked competition recently, opposed to Quinnipiac.
Fair enough. The next game I'm taking is Oral Roberts, the Golden Eagles, over North Dakota State. Last time
the way you just say these teams' names makes me know you have no information on them.
I do. No, I do. I'm like concerned to say Oral Roberts. Just sounds like a very odd name to say.
Weird.
But no, North Dakota State, last time these two teams played, the Roberts, I'll call them that, won by 11 points. And they're underdogs in this one. I have their money line at +100, so even odds. I like Oral Roberts, the Golden Eagles in this one. So I'm taking them at plus 100.
Interesting. Like, I don't even want to take the game. I hate betting on South Dakota State. Like, I don't know what the hell they do. They just draft they bring in random quarterbacks, pump them up with
it's North Dakota State.
Whatever. They're the same thing. They're like
just one's North, one's South.
They're a D1 school, but they're not really a D1 school. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
By the way, your Islanders pick, the line did move. It's not equal value now. The Bruins are minus 105 instead of 115 now. So
still taking it.
You got a little value there on your Islanders pick.
Of course.
Going back to college basketball, though, I got a Gonzaga minus 14, 22 straight games covering double digits. BYU's coming off a back-to-back, played hard last night against a game that they should have easily covered 10 points. Instead, they did not. So Gonzaga's going to do Gonzaga things and stick it in their ass. So I like Gonzaga. I don't know what to tell you.
BYU, nice school over there.
Yeah. They got a lot of hype for some quarterback up there.
That's pretty much all college games I got. I don't got any more college games. You got one
I don't want to force any college games because I like my slate tomorrow and Thursday especially.
I think Thursday and Friday are going to be a lot better. We get NBA back. We get more into the heat of tournaments. It's going to be better betting on Thursday, not going to be betting on bad teams against bad teams.
I'm excited to watch what the opening line is for the Nets' first game.
Yeah, that is. Who did they play out of the All-Star break?
I don't know. One of them's. I'm pretty sure they play the Knicks.
Oh, great! You're gonna be loving that one. They play the Celtics. They play the Celtics out of the All-Star break on Thursday.
Okay, so they're gonna dog walk the Celtics, dog walk the Pistons, and then we're gonna show why we're the best team in New York on Monday.
The question is, does Kevin Durant play?
If KD doesn't play, the Knicks cover the spread against the Nets. I'm not even kidding. If KD plays, no chance in hell. But this spread's gonna open up at like 11 points.
The Knicks don't play them till their third game.
Exactly.
They ought to. I don't know. I like the Nets to cover a lot of the next couple games because I think this team is like the one thing I see with this team is they're either going to lose or they're going to cover. Right? In the fact that they're either going to, if they lose, they're going to lose like whatever. But when they win, they're going to win so big because this team is so offensive powered that if they get it all clicking, it's just going to explode.
I bet on the Nets spreads a lot since they got Harden in town. Ever since they lost back-to-back games to the Cavs, though, because I bet on both those games. I've been betting Nets spread ever since, and the Nets have just been keep covering. They're covering machine right now.
That's why I don't see this team like they're going to cover pretty much the rest of the way through unless they lose the game.
I actually do have one more college pick. I actually thought I already had this one. I got Notre Dame over Wake Forest 8.5.
I was looking at this game.
Both these teams stink, and Wake Forest has struggled really bad this year, especially against Notre Dame. Lost by 21 points last time they played. Lost by 11 the time before. Lost by 10 the time before. Wake Forest is 0-7 in their last 7 games. I don't see a way Notre Dame doesn't win this game.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna hop on it. I know you hate me hopping on I
hate when you hop on the wagons because you kill the wagons. Okay. It's when I don't care if you take my normal picks, but when you take the Blackhawks are a wagon right now. Okay, so you're not allowed to bet on. I'll give you one day because Patty Kane plays his 1,000th game tonight. Thank you, Patty. What a guy. Fuck him. I'll allow you the Blackhawks one time.
Okay,
but you stay off my Michigan boat. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you fucked my Michigan boat. You absolutely fucked it. You stay off my fucking over bets for the Pelicans and you stay off my under bets for the Thunder. Got it?
I love this. It's so funny because like it's actually true. Like you say, like you just gotta hop on. You just gotta hop on.
Yeah, and then when you hop on, the train falls off the tracks. Fucking terrible.
It's so bad. Like It's an actual thing now. Like if you were watching this podcast, it'd be smart. Like if Austin goes, yeah, hop on the wagon. It's a great bet. Like it's
Take
a lot.
it until this guy comes in.
And then as soon as I hop on, everybody jump on the other side. It's a guaranteed loss.
Listen, we're both fans of the Pat McAfee show. They got Hammer It Down. Shout out Hammer It Down. They got Evan Foxy on there. Hashtag Fade Foxy has been running wild. I don't think you realize last night I was all over Mercer going into this game, okay? All over Mercer. Hammer It Down comes out. Evan Foxy goes, I don't like the slate. And then this guy takes Mercer -5. I go, you're fucked. Absolutely fucked. Fade Foxy is so strong. I don't even go for the spread for the other team. I take the money line. UNC Greensboro outright beat Mercer as 5-point dogs last night. You're new Fade Foxy.
No, whoa. Okay, hold on. My picks are fine.
It's now jog away from Jeffrey. That's what it is.
But it's only when I take your locks. It's only when I take your locks. As soon as I take your locks, it's over.
You know what's funny? When you start riding on my locks, it's when people get mad at me because then they start losing. So it's your fault. It's not my fault.
Hey, so maybe just stay away from the Blackhawks tonight.
Guess what? I'm still taking them. I don't give a shit. Malcolm Subban stood on his head the other day when they beat Tampa in overtime, by the way. Stood on his head.
I see, to be fair, normally when I hop on, it's like I didn't look at the game before the podcast as much. And then I kind of hop on and it's like I didn't really like have it as a game I was going to pick.
Yeah.
But today I had that game. Like I was like, yeah, Blackhawks are beating the Stars. I get they're underdogs. Like this is amazing. So it's a little different than the past. Little different. It's still good. You're still going to get screwed over though, probably.
I have 10 bets in today. I have a feeling that 2 of them are going to lose because of you. Just a thought.
Ouch.
Yeah, I want to keep my spring baseball streak up. I'm undefeated in spring baseball. You have not had a good time in spring baseball.
No.
I'm 2-0 with the Brew Crew and the Athletics. I'm going to – wow, fuck, the line moved. I wanted the Dodgers plus 100, but it moved to minus 105. That being said, what game do I want now?
I'll tell mine while you sit on
figure out yours.
The Indians coming off a 10-0 win.
It's preseason. Like it fucking matters.
But hey, 10-0. The guys that were sitting watching that happen are probably like, hey, we got to go out there and kill it. So I'm taking the Indians over the Rangers -1.5. It's pretty much even odds. The one thing about spring training baseball is there tends to be a lot of large one team. Yeah, like it's so crazy. And
I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing 1.5 all throughout this.
Really?
Run lines are all 1 and one just changed to 2.5, but a lot of them are 1.5 right now.
That's not bad then.
Like you want?
I guess
I can't even see the Indians one.
The late games are all pretty tight. It was the 1:00 games that were all like even the Jays game. I think the Jays were favorited by like 2 or something like that, or 2.5, and the money line was not even takeable. So,
I'm gonna ride with my Dodgers pick. I feel like any team I touch in baseball happens to win. I'll take my Dodgers.
Maybe I'll hop on the Dodgers with you.
Yeah, I can't with this.
I'm kidding. I'm gonna stay off the Dodgers.
I'm making a bet. Listen, you're not allowed to take this bet. Listen, I'm doing this. This is what I really want Jeffrey to do. I hate the Brooklyn Nets. Me being a Knicks fan, I hate the Nets. I really want him to take the Nets to win the finals, and I'll take the Lakers. I don't care if the payout is minimal. It's basically like betting on underdog for a game. I do not care. I do not want to see a championship in New York if it's not the Yankees or the Knicks. Do not want to fucking see it.
Oh. Now I'm not doing it. I was going to do it for you. Now you said the Yankees.
I like Aaron Judge. I'm sorry. I don't have a baseball team, to be fair.
Disappointing.
Listen, this year I might find a baseball team. Who knows?
I'm disappointed in you.
I got Jays. Yeah, you know how weird my closet looks? It's all AL East teams. I got Red Sox, Yankees, and Jays jerseys in my closet.
What Red Sox jersey do you have?
I have a Mookie Betts jersey.
Oh, okay. I can get behind the Mookie Betts.
Love Mookie. Love fucking Mookie.
I don't mind
I got a
Mookie
David
Betts.
Ortiz jersey too.
I like him even more now that he's out of the AL East.
Dude, Mookie was electric.
Yeah.
I like how Boston just realized, the Yankees are going to buy their entire team, so let's just ship everybody good out of town.
Yeah.
Mookie should have retired a Red Sox. I don't give a shit. Now Mookie's going to go win 3 World Series with the fucking Dodgers, though.
Yeah. Well, he's going to retire Dodger now.
Yo, so I did message Jeffrey about this on the weekend. With the NFL drafts next month, mock drafts are coming out quickly. Mm-hmm. We decided that we're going to do a first round mock draft, and we're going to see who gets more right. I don't know if you want to do projected trades or not on that. I think we could just do it outright because predicting trades kind of screws things up.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much closest to where players we think are going to get drafted. I do want to see if there's been any line movement in the Super Bowl ever since the day started. The Cowboys are now plus 2,800 after locking up Dak Prescott to a 4-year deal. I don't see too much other line movement. The Cardinals actually have gained lost value if you're betting them on the Super Bowl, but they are a little more favored. They're now 3,300 instead of 3,500. I'm surprised the Dolphins got even more value because they just cut Kyle Van Noy for no reason.
I might hop on the Colts.
I like the Colts this year, man.
Plus 2,200. I like those odds. With Wentz, I think Wentz is going to be an MVP caliber quarterback again this year.
I do as well.
They're a solid team. Like if Wentz plays good too, that team does not have many holes. Like they pick up one more receiver really, or if a guy like Pittman Jr. turns into a stud in his sophomore year, that team is like set.
T.Y. is a free agent this year though, but I do think they're going to bring him back. And if they're not going to bring him back, I think they can bring Allen Robinson to town. Give Allen Robinson an actual. Yeah, I was about to say an actual quarterback, but I realized we're talking about Carson Wentz still.
Yeah, you can't. We could talk about Carson Wentz turning around all he wants, but hey, it's not set in stone yet.
He's in the only situation where I feel comfortable that I'd actually put money on him to be in the MVP race this year.
Oh, 100%. He's in the perfect situation. He's got a good team around. He's got a good offensive line. He's got his coach. He's got the only time he ever had success was with Frank Reich. He's got him back. That team is pretty much they're good.
I'm going to give we're not going to post these on the Twitter right now, but I'm going to tell you a little exclusive podcast stuff here for people who actually pay attention and don't just look at our picks. I'm going to take a little value here right now before the draft and before free agency goes because I know a lot of these lines are going to move a lot. The Pats are currently plus 450 to win the AFC East. From what I'm hearing, we're going to go back to the Super Bowl. From what I'm hearing,
the Bills are too good.
From what I'm hearing is Kenny Golladay is coming to town with Jimmy G, Hunter Henry. This guy's dog's losing his mind. Listen, I'll just entertain you while his dog's losing his mind. We got Jimmy G, Hunter Henry, Kenny Golladay. They're all coming to town. Brandon Cooks coming back to town. Speedy B. I think the Patriots got some value there. The Colts are plus 100 to win their division. I just had to keep the fans entertained while you went and did something with your dog, you know.
My parents came home, so my dogs are going off.
Oh yeah. Speaking of the Colts, though, Colts plus 100, not a bad bet to win the division.
That is not a bad bet. I do like that.
Dallas Cowboys, I got them yesterday at plus 100 to win the division. They're now minus 110 to win the division. I don't know why the Eagles are the second favorite team to win that division. I actually have no clue. You guys, in my opinion, are the worst team in that division.
I think it's because it all relies on Jalen Hurts, and he's still got some hope.
I think he sucks.
Yeah.
I get he showed flashes last year, but Jalen Hurts was statistically the worst passing quarterback in the NFL last year.
Yeah, I'm not too confident in him, truthfully.
I honestly might throw money on Washington.
That's not an awful pick, truthfully. The only issue is they need a quarterback that's like
Taylor Heineke.
He's not set in stone yet.
Did you see Taylor Heineke go against those Super Bowl champions? This guy played better than Patrick Mahomes did, and Patrick Mahomes has a way better team. You're telling me Taylor Heineke ain't the future?
I can't tell you anything, but
I like Taylor Heineke. I might throw a Taylor Heineke MVP bet in there. He might be plus 200,000. Wow. He might win it, though.
That is an awful pick. Please do not take that.
Well, I'll tell you who my picks were this last year. Kyler Murray, he looked pretty set for it for a while. Russell Wilson threw it away in the second half of his year. And Tom Brady was overlooked for some reason. So, and my year before, you know who I bet on? Maserati Mitch. So I think we actually might just need to take the year off from betting on MVPs.
I would.
I'm looking great on my NHL future bets right now, though.
What you got there?
I had Connor McDavid winning almost any award imaginable that he can win. He's favored to win the Hart right now. He's a couple goals back of the Rocket Richard. I don't mind it. I think he can still win it because Matthew's been on the COVID train.
Mm-hmm.
Cale Makar, best defenseman in the NHL right now. Probably going to win the Norris. And Timmy Stutz, my guy. The only thing was I had way too much faith in your shitty fucking goalie named Carter Hart. This guy's not winning the Vezina. Are you kidding me? Just give it to Vasilevsky again. The guy already won it.
Yeah. Right now, Carter Hart's not playing well at all.
Only guy I felt like, this is my dark horse pick. Plus fucking 1,800 to win the Vezina. Yeah. Nope.
Something's not right there. The Flyers are a good team. They just something's not right.
You know what's funny? First game of the year, I bet on the Flyers to beat the Pens, and my buddy told me, I don't know why you're betting on the Flyers. Said the Flyers were elite this year. He goes, nah. The Flyers won 5-2 that night.
The Flyers are a good team. They're not. I don't know what it is. It doesn't seem like they're complete yet.
Oh, that Miami-Pittsburgh game, the line moved again. It's now back down to 3.
Whatever. I'm keeping the 3.5.
The lines just keep moving.
Is there anything else? Because I think we can do the mock draft.
We got a while to the mock draft anyways, because there's a lot of trades that are going to happen the week into the draft.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, the Patriots got rid of their 5th-round pick today and brought back Trent Brown. I could also see a lot of teams are going to whatever you want to call them, picks for players that left in free agency.
Yeah.
We should be getting a 1st-round pick for Tom Brady, by the way, but that's not how the NFL works. We're getting a 3rd-round pick for him, but I'll take it.
I don't think there's anything else really
unless the Players Championships this weekend. You want to take an early stab at the Players Championship winner?
We could wait till Thursday if you want.
You can. I've already seen a lot of movement in this. That's the only thing. Like DJ opened at plus 800. He's now plus 1,200.
The guy I like this weekend is John Ram.
I don't like DeChambeau back-to-back tournaments, even though he's second favorite. Rory's not going to win a tournament ever again, by the way.
No.
This guy just doesn't know how to play golf anymore. He'll play good for 2 rounds. On the other 2 rounds, he looks like he shouldn't even be on tour. It's actually embarrassing sometimes.
Yeah. Personally, I like John Ram at plus 1,600 and Dustin Johnson at plus 1,200. But
does Jordan Spieth get his first win at the same tournament where he got his last win?
Where is Spieth? Spieth is plus
3,000.
It's not awful odds either.
Spieth is due for a win, man. He's been playing so good. I want to win for Spieth.
I still like John Ram.
John Rahm hasn't played in a while, though.
I know. But
the thing is, with golf, it's like they haven't played in a while. He's probably playing every day at his fucking country club.
Yeah, he just doesn't play in the tournaments. Playing in the tournaments doesn't affect their actual play realistically because they play every day.
I get it, but they got fans back now. That might be because there wasn't fans obviously. So you're just going out and playing around. Now there's fans. I think that's why Bryson won on Sunday was because he had the fans there, and when he hits that ball, he gets going.
True.
That's why Tiger won. Tiger always had the fans on his side. Nobody hates Tiger. Tiger's fucking Tiger. I know a lot of guys used to hate DeChambeau too. The guys on Spit and Chicklets hate DeChambeau. Big Cat hates DeChambeau.
Why? Like, he doesn't seem like a hateable guy.
He was an arrogant bastard 3 years ago.
That's what I've heard, though. I heard, like, he was, like, very, like, when he wasn't as good.
When he thought he was what he is now, like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That was the issue. The guy thought he should be winning majors left, right, and center.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's proved himself, though. The guy's fucking huge. Look at him. If you look at him 3 years ago at the Arnold Palmer Invitational compared to now, he quite literally is twice the size. The guy looks like Bobby Lashley in the WWE.
Any other sport, he'd be tested for PEDs like every other day. And
I don't know. Do they test for PEDs in golf? I feel like it's not that big of an advantage to have PEDs in golf.
I feel like it's not, because there's so much like precision as well that goes into golf. Like, you can be.
That's what I'm saying. Like, obviously Bryson hits the ball the furthest, but sometimes he just can't hit a fairway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you can hit the ball 450 yards, but if the guy behind you hitting it 350
and it's dead center,
dead center, like, and then his second shot's better than Bryson's second shot, it doesn't really matter at that point, right?
That was a weird thing about this tournament too, is that Bay Hill is a very weird course. Some of them are very forgiving with where you can put your shots, and the other ones are like, no.
I loved watching him, Bryson,
on the par fives
on hole six.
Hole six,
so,
yeah.
Like, across the water, 370 yards across the water. But he couldn't get an eagle. I was like,
I don't understand it. Corey Connors got a fucking eagle on that hole.
No, Corey Connors got an eagle on 16, I believe. On Sunday? I think it was 16.
Do you know what I hated watching was that Corey Connors could not get a birdie on a par 4 if his life depended on it. He was even the entire weekend on par 3s and 4s until Sunday. He led the field in strokes gained on the par 5s, though. He was minus 12 on the par 5s.
So I did get some information just now. The Bears are franchise tagging Allen Robinson.
Fuck.
So that changes. It changes stuff, but at the same time, it's like the Bears aren't going to do anything this year. So I think
I really wanted A-Rob to go to an actual team.
Yeah. To be fair, like, I don't think he was going to be, like, the only chance that if he went somewhere, it was going to change something, but him staying in the Bears changes nothing really.
It changes nothing odds-wise. Maserati Mitch might be back at the Bears this year, though.
Okay. So the Bears are, another 8-8 team?
Depends what they draft.
Yeah, I guess. I just think that team is like,
they're
so mediocre every single year.
I like their defense. Khalil Mack was silent this year, though. Khalil Mack needs to play half as good as he normally does, and the Bears have an elite defense again. Eddie Jackson's a stud. Prince of Mukamara still tearing it up there. I wouldn't mind if the Bears go receiver 2 at the draft. I could see the Bears winning the division, to be honest.
Yeah.
The division's got so much parity. Honestly, the Lions could make a run this year, too, with Motor City Dan Campbell gnawing off kneecaps out here.
When we get up, we're going to take a kneecap.
This is probably the greatest interview I've ever seen in my life.
We're going to take another kneecap off. That's electric.
I think the Packers stink this year.
Whoa.
Bold take. The Packers stink.
With Aaron Rodgers, though?
This is the thing. Aaron Rodgers played last year. He's like, yep, I'm MVP. Guess what? Jordan Love is still in that locker room, and Jordan Love apparently is still the plan.
But I don't see that happening this year. I don't see it happening this year.
But this is the thing. Aaron Jones is long gone. He's gone.
But that doesn't matter, because that team drafted A.J. Dillon last year. And they have Jamal Williams, who are two, like, okay running, like, they're solid running backs. Like, even when Aaron Jones wasn't on the field, those two guys were still solid running backs. So I take back
what I said, because I think the Packers are actually going to do something smart, and they're going to sign Will Fuller. Forget everything I just said. No. They get Rodgers a second receiver, though, and they're fine.
Yeah. I think
The only reason why I said that is because I think the Bears can make a splash this year. And if the Vikings draft a quarterback like Justin Fields, Justin Fields to Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson, that's a fucking connection I want to see.
It's dirty. But, yeah, I think this year, I think Aaron Rodgers stays this year. I've been saying it all along, though. I think Aaron Rodgers goes somewhere else to finish his career. Like, he has to.
I would hate to see it, but you know what I'd love to see? I've heard rumors Brady's re-signing a 3-year deal with the Bucs, okay? So that's what I've heard. I've also heard he wants to bring Odell Beckham Jr. to town. Not sure why you need Odell when you have the fucking Avengers catching the ball for you still, because they just franchise tag Chris Godwin. They still got AB's a free agent, but AB will re-sign to go win another Super Bowl. Mike Evans is locked up. Scotty Too Hotty's out there wheeling. So I don't know why you need Odell. But imagine Aaron Rodgers, because everybody's talked, who's the best quarterback this generation? Intellectuals know it's Tom Brady. But then you have the numbnuts who say it's Aaron Rodgers. But then you fuck with my head and you stick Aaron Rodgers in a Patriots uniform for his final 3 years in the league, and him and Belichick go to work.
Oh, it's not going to.
I don't know if I'd even like it. That's the thing. Because I hate the Aaron Rodgers fanboys because I think he's so good compared to Tom Brady. But because if he comes to New England and he wins a Super Bowl, I don't know what to tell you. Then I actually I have no answers. I'm lost for words.
I don't see him. I don't see him going there. Like,
who's the Patriots starting quarterback week 1 in your mind? Because there's betting odds on it. And I know who I want, and I know who I think we're getting.
It's probably just going to be Stidham.
I don't think it's Stidham. I want Stidham to be our starting quarterback week 1. I think Bill's given up on Stidham.
You think already?
Dude, the one game Cam gets COVID, if Stidham plays quarterback for that whole game, we beat the Chiefs. The fact that Brian fucking Hoyer went 4 trips in the red zone with 0 points. Yeah, yikes. We win that game with Stidham. I've heard rumors of Marcus Mariota's coming to town. I've heard Jimmy G's coming back to town.
But rumors are rumors. I can send out a tweet right now and make it a rumor that...
Yeah, except it's like from reliable sources.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the Patriots are just at that point where they are...
The thing is, our defense is too good to hit total rebuild.
No, 100%. But I just don't see, like...
We have a shit ton of cap space. We can bring in a lot of people. That's the thing.
They're an interesting team. I think the Bills are so good, right? I think the Bills are good, right?
The thing is, I don't think the Bills are contenders. I'm still not... Like, really? I don't think they're contenders, and here's why. I'm not... Like, I get Stephon Diggs as your number 1 receiver. Other than that, Cole Beasley's not a good number 2 receiver. He's Walmart Edelman.
Cole Beasley had a beast of a year, and you're calling him not a number 2 receiver.
I don't care. I just don't care. That's the thing. I don't see it. I just don't care.
The Bills are legit. There's 3 teams in the AFC. It's the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Colts. Those are the only 3 teams in the AFC.
I think it's 2, and it's the Chiefs and the Colts. Potentially 3. I think the Chargers are really good this year.
Yeah, I could see the Chargers being good. I think it kind of all relies on Herbert being like, because he showed in his rookie year he's good, but it's going to be, can he be a top level quarterback in only his second year? Right?
I think he can make that top like 11 echelon this year. I think he can. I think he's got all the talent. He's got a decent O-line in front of him. He's got Keenan Allen, the most underrated receiver. Calvin Benjamin's a big target that he can throw to. What I do like, though, is this might sound stupid. The Bengals win the division. Joey B come back tour. They draft his tackle. They give him a tackle. They let AJ Green go to wherever the fuck he wants. You bring in him a receiver. You bring him a tight end. Joey B and the Bungles and Joe Mixon go to work. John Ross stays. John Ross has a breakout year. Joey B and the Bungles win. I think that division stinks, to be honest. I'm not sold on the Ravens. I'm going to say the Browns is the Browns and the Steelers stink.
I can't believe you just said those words. Like,
I like the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't care if they don't have an indoor practice facility. I like my
least favorite team to win a division.
They got jerseys again, though. They got new jerseys.
I'd rather take the Jets winning the AFC East.
Okay, well that's blasphemy. The Jets are the worst. The Jets are terrible, man.
But hey, they're gonna get a top pick this year. I think Sam Darnold's not even that bad.
Sam Darnold's gone.
But dude, the Bengals are not a top caliber team yet.
You know what's funny? The Bengals have worse odds than the Jets to win the
division. That's what I was about to say. I just looked at it. But no, the Bengals are the worst. Like, no, they're not going to win the division. It's not going to happen. I'm sorry.
I think the only division where you can predict a winner and it's actually like not completely random would be the NFC West, because you have the Rams, the Niners, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Two made the playoffs last year. One was without their starting quarterback all year, and then the other one just couldn't put it together in the second half.
I think the Rams are the best team in that division.
I think they are too after getting Matty Stat.
Truthfully, I take that right now at plus 187. I take that right now because if the Seahawks, I know
Seahawks dump Russ, they're all, the Rams will be negative to win the division because that's 2 free wins for them.
So I don't think Russ is going, but if he does,
I would hate if Russ goes to the Saints. First of all, I don't know how the Saints get Russ because they're $56 million over the cap. But if the Saints somehow get Russell Wilson, I'm going to lose it because I've been waiting to see Drew Brees' bum ass get out of the league, and then they stink. So Foxy can shut the hell up. Shout out Jacob Foxworthy. If you watch this, your Saints should stink this year. But if you get Russell Wilson, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I don't. Divisions are so tough sometimes to pick just because, like, the close divisions are normally it's so tight. Most teams, like, normally 2 teams make it out, right? Like, I see the AFC South. Like, I'm guaranteeing the Colts win that division, but I could see the Titans sneaking out a win or 2 against the Colts somehow and winning the division.
Yeah, those are really the only 2 teams because the Texans are dead. Where's Deshaun Watson going? I want to hear your pick for where Deshaun Watson's going because he's not going to be a Houston Texan.
Dude, I have no idea. Like, I could see him in a Patriots uniform. Like, the only other team is maybe.
Do the Patriots become Super Bowl favorites again?
Do the Dolphins do something? Because I know the Dolphins were talking about.
Dolphins have a shit ton of draft capital. They could actually bring in Deshaun.
Because I know they were talking about they don't want Tua anymore. Like, they're giving up on Tua already. So
you could get rid of Tua. Dolphins have what, 2 or 3 first-round picks this year?
I'd have to look.
I think they have 2. You trade your second first-round pick this. Actually, I don't know if they take the second first-round.
Yeah, I believe because they have their own, and then they have the Texans.
The Texans. They have the Texans fucking pick.
Hey, you know what? They trade the Texans back their pick, take Deshaun Watson, and then trade Tua for another. A late first round to somebody.
The package would be 3 firsts and Tua. That's what it would be.
You think?
I think it's a first this year, a first next year, and 2 seconds and Deshaun. I mean Tua for Deshaun. That's how valuable Deshaun Watson is. Honestly,
I don't think he's worth. You said I think maybe 2 firsts just because you know you're getting a top.
Okay, 2 firsts pick. 2 firsts, Tua, and a third. How about that? That make you happy? Because I think he's worth more than 2 picks. I think he's worth 2. I think normally. If you saw what Matty Stat got traded for, you think he's worth 2 picks?
No, I know, but where the Stafford deal is Stafford was what? Like where's that trade now? Trying to find where the Lions now pick.
That wasn't for a pick this year. The Rams don't have a first
round. Oh yeah, they don't have one. So that's for next year's pick?
Yeah, the Rams don't have a draft pick till 2037.
So to be fair, you don't know where the Lions are or where the Rams end up or who like what ends up happening there, right? Like cuz the Rams had to give up like how many first round picks? The Rams can end up being late 2 first rounds. So the Rams end up being late first round picks. It's a lot different than giving up the 3rd overall pick this year.
The thing is, if you can get Deshaun Watson without giving up that third overall pick, you take Jamar Chase at 3, and then you put Deshaun Watson, Jamar Chase on the same.
100%, 100%. That would be.
And then I think the Dolphins sign Aaron Jones in free agency, and the team's just. I think the Dolphins win the division. I don't know why they cut Kyle Van Noy. Like, I actually want to know why. Because Kyle Van Noy was the leader of that defense. Him and Xavier Howard were dynamic back there.
I think they're kind of looking at it the same way. Is unless they do go get Deshaun Watson, then it doesn't really make sense. But we're talking about all these things. They are still not that great of a team right now, and they can't compete with the Bills, right?
I don't know. They can't even compete with the Patriots. Like, they had a better record than the Patriots last year, but they got dog walked by the Patriots.
Yeah. So they look at it as if they are going to do something. If they end up doing something this offseason, it kind of looks like a dumb move, but it could be 2-3 years down the road for the Dolphins until they actually are a great team again. So I think they're kind of looking at it where they're clearing up cap space now where they can start making moves.
The funny thing is, throughout our entire lifetime, the Dolphins are the only team to not win that division. The Jets won it twice.
Yeah.
The Bills won it for the first time in God knows how long last year. And then
25 years.
Yeah, and the Patriots won it every single year in between.
Mm-hmm.
The Dolphins are the only team to not win that division, and it's because the Dolphins fucking stunk.
But to be fair, the Dolphins were so good back in like before the Patriots dynasty. Before the Patriots dynasty, they were so good.
Yeah, and the Cowboys were good back then too. So where's their division titles?
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, that division's actually had a different winner every single year for the past 10 years.
The NFC East is solid. The NFC East is everybody hated on it last year. That is a solid division when you look at those.
It's a bunch of young teams, to be fair.
Like, I'm not even just talking about like this year in general. I'm talking about like past years.
Oh, past year, yes. It was arguably the hardest division in football for many years.
Yeah, it's such a good division because you always have teams that are like normally teams that can compete, and everybody hated on this division. Think about this division like 5 years ago, right? In the future, it looked like it had, right? You had the Eagles, or not even 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
It would have been 4 years ago because you had Wentz and Dak.
Yeah, you had Wentz, Dak, and now the Giants.
We thought Dewey Haskins was going to be special.
Yeah, we thought Haskins could have been something. The Giants
I think he still is. I think Haskins sits behind Big Ben for 1 year, and Haskins lights it up in Pittsburgh.
I just don't think he was allowed to be in Washington anymore after all the stuff that went down.
I think he was just in a terrible situation. He got drafted. Then they fired their coaches after the draft, rehired new coaches. So he's probably already playing for a coaching staff that didn't want him. And then he gets another head. And then the coach this year didn't want him either. Like, Dan Snyder did not want him. Yeah. So I think Dwayne needs to, like, the kid's got talent, and I think he just doesn't give a shit. He needs an attitude adjustment. Big Ben will go smack him up for a year. Dewey Haskins will probably be the starter by the end of the year. Big Ben stinks.
Yeah. I don't know if you have any other bets, but I'm pretty much good to wrap up this podcast now.
Yeah, I guess we've been rambling about football for a while.
About football, but hey, you know what?
The draft's coming up, and the draft's my favorite time.
It's all preparing for the draft and betting on who's going to win divisions and stuff.
Well, yeah, because my divisions for basketball and hockey are looking good right now, so I like my football picks.
Not a bad pick. Oh. All right. So you could wrap this up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up here. We'll see you guys Thursday. I got 11 picks for tonight. Those will be out on the Twitter before this podcast is up. Picks go out every single day. Episode will hopefully be up on YouTube today. You can listen to us on Spotify. I don't know how Apple Podcasts is working. Hopefully we'll get that resolved soon.
We're working on it.
We're going to get to a bag tonight. We're going to keep putting Jeffrey in a bigger hole. We're going to bury him.
No.
When I come out here and I hit 50 wins tonight, is that possible? No, I'll hit like 42 wins tonight. And I'm going to come out here and I'm going to start off the podcast Thursday with a promo on Jeffrey and why I have exponentially more wins than him.
Hey, you know what's going to be amazing? When I pass you in wins tonight.
I don't know if that's physically possible for you to pass me in wins, but
I'm at 30. You're at
hopefully you'll see it at the cashiers tomorrow because I know I'm winning. Hopefully you guys are winning. Take the picks, get to the bag. See you Thursday. NBA basketball's back.